I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
Shazam!
I'm gonna cry.
So Stranger Things Season 4 is finally over. Netflix told the Duffer Brothers, yeah, take your time. Don't rush. We got you guys. We got the money. Take all the time you need. Stretch all these episodes, please. Stretch them out to future length. That being said, if you're just a diehard Stranger Things fan, you're gonna enjoy this season. But if you're willing to put your biases aside, you'll notice that this season is way too long. One thing I really did enjoy about the season is that they use the maturity of these actors to kind of play off into how these characters have evolved within time. Season 3 did that, which I really like, but now we're going into even older territory. They're now in high school. That is crazy. When we saw these kids, they were in, what was it, middle school, 6th grade, or elementary? I don't know. And that's where I could tell the show, or this season especially, is gonna be, was very challenging, because at times you could feel, it might feel like it's just drifting away from what the show was originally known about, drifting away from the whole mystery solving aspect of the show. And when I say drifting away, I mean that there was definitely a lot more drama, and that's because of all the subplots. And I know we do need some drama to make these characters more human, more likable. Not saying that it's a bad thing, I'm just saying it might be a little bit too much for some folks who just don't like drama and want to just get back into the monster hunting action. But it just wasn't the same because the gang was broken up. It's like the whole group was spread out. There's some people in Hawkins, there's some people in California, there's some people in New Mexico. Everything felt so much spread out. That's one of the things that bugged me, but I guess it made it a lot more special when finally everyone was reunited and everyone was in the same setting towards the end of the season. I mean, it's fine if they were to be spread out in the beginning because Hopper was in Russia, so I understand that, but they did not get back together until the very last episode, so that was kind of a little drawback for me. And while it's spread out, lots of things are going on in this season. We have Mike, and he really misses Elle. Elle just doesn't have her powers, so good thing she's not in the Star Wars universe, because Darth Vader would have gone on her case for not being able to use the Force.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Will seems like he's in love with Mike, and he's giving off these vibes, but they don't really directly say, yeah, I like men. Jonathan's a stoner now. All of a sudden, he meets some dude in California, and they're just both stoners. And like we've seen in the trailers, Hopper's in Russia, and then Joyce is trying to find Hopper with Murray, which, by the way, I enjoyed every bit of time that Murray was on the screen. And a lot more characters, which my favorite, I think it would be Eddie Munson, who, why did you guys have to kill him? The only new likable character that I actually liked out of all these new cast members ended up being the one that died. Like, the dude just has a lot of charisma, and he's a British guy, if I'm not mistaken. He's a British actor, and the way he's able to just pull off this character, this high school character he's like a flunk out, you know, he's just doesn't do well. He's been in high school for I don't know how many years. He gets that American accent down real good. Being that there are too many characters, some people need to die. I'm like, why Eddie? If anybody, they should have just killed off Robin. She's like one of my least favorite characters. She's just not funny. The character's just boring. She's just annoying, honestly. You can't help but to feel bad for both Steve and Jonathan, because you felt bad for Jonathan because they rekindled the whole romance between Steve and Nancy. But then you feel bad for Steve once everyone comes back, everyone's in Hawkins, and obviously Jonathan is there, and Steve has that look in his face like, damn bro, like this was my chance. I'm also glad that Dr. whatever his name is, Papa, I'm also glad he went out. I was hoping for Eleven to carry him up in the air and split him in half maybe. I really thought this was Max's just finale as well. I really thought she was gonna die. I thought she was gonna die the first time when she was in the graveyard, and I thought she was gonna go out the second time whenever finally in the house, which by the way was a great emotional scene when she manages to survive and Lucas is holding her. Great scene. I was really rooting for Lucas when he was, you know, he was throwing hands with that one jock that nobody likes. He was so dislikable. I was just praying that he would die. Max also got a lot of screen time. She's like the most conflicted character, I would say, out of all these currently, because they really dive deep into what happened at the end of the last season. It turns out that she actually wanted Billy to die, which would make sense, and that's what's kind of just conflicting here. She's not able to be in peace. She's not sleeping well. That's one of the things that I found that went really well behind the reason, or behind the methods of the Vecna, of how he chooses to get his victims, using things from the past to make them feel guilty, to make them feel pressured. He's like the devil, honestly. That's how I saw him, other than the fact that it's also that Freddy Krueger factor played into it. The Duffer Brothers, I mean, you know, the show is known for adding these horror movie elements into it. So this season definitely has that Nightmare on Elm Street vibe to it. I will say that I enjoy Volume 2, which is just 2 episodes, but it makes up 4 hours. It was more enjoyable than these 7 over an hour long episodes that we had in Volume 1. Alright, so Stranger Things Season 4, if you've seen it, how long did it take you to see everything? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. What's your favorite season so far? What was your favorite episode out of this 10, 11, 12 hour long season? If you like this video, go ahead and smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn that bell notification on. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time.